First day in Switzerland. Just getting a taste of Switzerland today. Headed to our next Airbnb that we're staying at for 5 nights. And the weather is beautiful actually, so excited to get out and explore more of Switzerland. It's gonna be a fun day. They have robot lawnmowers here in Switzerland, so clearly they are the superior country. So I've heard Switzerland is very expensive. It's supposed to be one of the most expensive countries in Europe and the world. So far it's pretty expensive. I mean, all we've really done is ride some trains and a bus, and we got a big hot pretzel. I mean, the pretzel was like $3. That's pretty comparable to what you'd pay in like New York City for a pretzel. The trains were pretty expensive. Last night from the airport to Zurich, it was $26 for both of us, so $13 a piece for the equivalent of a subway ride. $13 for a subway ride, pretty expensive. Then today, another train ride and a bus ride. Bus ride was the cheapest out of everything we've taken so far, $4 a piece. The exchange rate is pretty much 1-to-1 for the Swiss franc, I believe it is. It's like 0.9 to the dollar, so we're just calculating everything as 1-to-1 more or less, even though technically it's not exact 1-to-1. I haven't eaten much, but we're definitely gonna be sticking to the grocery stores. Everyone says Switzerland is expensive, but this luxurious meal right here, less than $3.50. So it doesn't say there's no weight limit on this. We're gonna find out if that's true. So far, I really like Switzerland. The complicated thing is they actually speak 3 different languages here. They speak German, French, and Italian. And also we've run into people that, a lot of the people we've met also speak English, so that's cool. Pretty much everyone is multilingual, so you know, I'll say something in German, then they'll start speaking Italian. I'll say something in Spanish, then they'll start speaking German. So it's very very multilingual, and they seem to flow in between the languages as if it's all one language, which is pretty interesting. But unfortunately, I speak about 2 sentences in French, 2 sentences in German, and yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. But luckily, we haven't had any problems yet with people speaking English. It feels very fancy, Switzerland. Very fancy. Like, look at this bush. Luxurious, like running my hand across velvet, that bush. Okay, a couple things. First of all, there's a sandwich called a pimpwich. That is amazing. I never knew that anyone named a sandwich after me, so thank you very much, Switzerland. We were looking for bathrooms, and the only ones we could find are like pay toilets in the train station, kind of the subway station. $2 for, I don't know if they charge you more if you have to do a number 1 or number 2, but there's different rates, so that's very confusing. If you want to blow dry no, I don't know if that's an option, but as we move closer to kind of the center of Lucerne, it got a lot busier than where we're staying. We're staying actually out in Creens is the name of the place we're staying. A little further, it's like a couple miles outside of downtown Lucerne here, and it's definitely a mellower vibe out there. So this is the Chapel Bridge here in Lucerne, one of the famous covered bridges. Apparently there's a bunch of them here, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here. This is our last stop from tonight. Gonna head back in and rest up for possibly some insane stuff tomorrow. Plenty more coming from Switzerland. Get out there, find your adventure, and be infamous. Ma'am, are you carrying too much stuff?
It's too much. I have to get rid of it.
How much? What do you have in there? Are you smuggling midgets in your backpacks?
No.
Infamous.